Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westie here. We're going to go through some lifestyle tips for endometriosis. Now, these are in no particular order, and this is not an exclusive list. And a couple of things I want to mention here before just diving right in. Some basic things that you can start today to help with endometriosis issues is endometriosis is really difficult to get diagnosed with. It is also really closely connected with other autoimmune issues, things like that. Meaning if you get sick, if you are exposed to other toxins, anything else, have more stress, all that stuff, it can cause a flare. And it doesn't necessarily cause a flare right away. And your presentation of endometriosis can be completely different than other people's. This is why it can be so frustrating to get diagnosed with it, why it takes years, multiple doctors, all these things, because not everybody who shows up with it has it the exact same way. There is no real textbook for it. And that's why it can be so frustrating. So besides just making sure that you're eliminating as many toxins as possible, that's going to be one of the first things. There's no other way to say this than go through your day, your life, everything, products you use, shampoo, face wash, makeup, clothing, right? Water, the food you eat, it's not just eating healthy food, but eating more organic food, right? Where does the food you eat come from? The more local, the better. The more grass-fed, the better. All of that. It makes a difference when you shift this stuff over. That's a big, big thing. You want to eliminate as many toxins as possible. You also want to help your detox pathways, because you want to increase the production of your pathways. One of the things that's very key for endometriosis and any other autoimmune issue is that your system kind of gets bogged down really quickly and then it has a hard time releasing it. So for example, it's like, say every room in your house has a garbage can, and those garbage cans get full every day really fast. So you're like, okay, I'll go empty all the garbages. So you go around the house, every single room, collect all the garbages, and you put them in the kitchen, and you're like, okay, I'll take the garbage out, right? But you only take 3 of the garbage bags out, and there's still 8 sitting there. That's not great, right? Well, I took some of the garbage out. I detoxed. Yeah, some of it, but there's still a lot of it sitting there because the pathways are not working fully because you're so nutrient depleted, exhausted, have stressors, all that other stuff, that we have to help them out and use tools to help open up those pathways. And having guidance to do this is really helpful. Doing it on your own is really tough. You're going to want to do some deep breathing. This is going to be physically helpful. Deep breathing, other things with endometriosis, like physically getting more air into your system, deep belly breaths, oxygenating, relaxing, all of that stuff. This can also go hand in hand with any other massage work, manual therapy, acupuncture, chiropractic, all of that stuff. It is helpful. You might find that something really works, and is like, oh my gosh, this is incredible, awesome. But it's usually you have to combine a lot of things together. Why? Because it's like the buildup of all of this. Because there's so many different areas that your body has an issue with and struggles to function well. So you need help in all these areas. So that's included there. I also recommend using things like red light therapy, making sure you're not exposed to too many screens, you're getting good sleep. And then the last thing, of course, is going to be your environment. The people you're around. Do you have supportive people in your life? If you were to call somebody and call up a friend and they say, yeah, let's go out to dinner. And you're like, okay, cool. Then Friday comes, you're supposed to go to dinner. And you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like a pile of hot garbage. I can't go. Oh. And you call up your friend and you're like, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm really not feeling good. And they're like, come on. I've been looking forward to this all week. I can't believe you're going to bail. Just, take something for pain and let's go. You're fine. Or is your friend going to be like, you know what? That really stinks. What can I do to help? How about this? I'll pick up some food and a movie. Pick up a movie. Nobody picks up a movie anymore. Just dated myself. I'll pick up some food and come over and I'll do some laundry for you while we watch a movie and hang out and have a quiet evening. That's the type of friend that you need in your environment, right? That's what's actually helpful. So that's not an easy change to make, but it is a really important change. The other recommendations that are super helpful for endometriosis are really customized. because every case presents differently. And what you need specifically that's going to be super helpful oftentimes comes from looking at a Dutch test, right? So knowing what your Dutch test says is going to be vitally important. So if you have not gotten a Dutch test, know what your hormones say specifically, go below this video, click the link, get a Dutch test. It gets sent to you, you take the test, send it into the lab, and then we go over your results and talk about the next best step for you moving forward so that you can really move in a good direction. If you're looking for any other resources, of course, I have my YouTube that you can subscribe to, my podcast, The Female Health Solution, subscribe to that. And then my books, The Female Fat Solution and The Female Menopause Solution. These are also on Amazon as resources. And again, this is just a start, the tip of the iceberg here. Where it really is more helpful is when you get that customized recommendation. So thank you for tuning in. Let me know if you need anything else. Otherwise, send this message to somebody that you know that could hear it, that could be helped by it, and I will see you guys later.